As for reaching Sheila, she is impossible. Her lawyer has made it a point to let everybody know that they are not to contact her. If they are to contact anyone, it has to be through him. She will not do interviews, and she will not speak to anyone unless he knows of it first. That's what the lady from the book told me. And Sheila's actually getting no money from this book, just so you know. Her family has absolutely refused to have anything to do with it, but her name obviously still is going to be in there. The shows have not agreed to do it. It's really all like classmates and stuff like that, and that's really basically it. And Mary and Dave have taken a part in it. All of Sheila's family has stayed anonymous. They refuse to have their names in the book and shit like that, so that's awesome. A lot of schoolmates actually have asked to be anonymous too. So, I can't really blame them. I wouldn't want to be involved. But, anyways, my name is a huge one that has come up through this entire thing, so my name will be in this book. It's just inevitable. Only because I hung out with them and they tell stories before when the girls were normal and shit like that, so I just can't really avoid it. As for the media, I have gotten a lot of phone calls and I have refused all, but I'm sure I'll still be the friend of and stuff. So, whatever, I don't really give a shit as long as I'm not the one they're blaming for anything. I don't really care. I'm trying to think of the other things you asked me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here and just send you this, and I will get back to the rest of it either tonight or I'm going to try for tomorrow. Okay, so the newest thing that I've heard, sorry, beep, beep, beep. The newest thing I've heard on Sheila and Rachel, I don't see how they could find her innocent, but all evidence was destroyed. The rumor there is that Rachel got rid of the evidence in Cheat Lake when she went with her mom the day after, right before she went to camp. Supposedly she got rid of the evidence in Cheat Lake. They put it all in a bag and dropped it in Cheat Lake, which I'm guessing they will never find. Can't imagine that would be possible to do. They didn't have any evidence to begin with on the girls. The only evidence they have now is that when Rachel gave up Sheila, she wore a wire. And they had all their phone conversations and all this shit, and I'm guessing them talking about where the body was and everything. What had gone on, I don't know if they got evidence of Sheila saying shit like, you have to keep quiet, just shut up, don't do this. I don't know that they have that. They haven't really spoken on what kind of evidence they have on what Sheila said, but Sheila, I'm guessing, is still swearing that Rachel's lying about something. What? I don't know. But she is hell-bent to prove Rachel's lying about something. I don't know if it's just for her to get the same sentencing that she's going to get. I'm guessing that's really what she wants out of it. I don't believe Sheila could do it. I've never believed Sheila could kill someone, but either way, she's still a murderer because she withheld information. She still lied about it. She still said all those things about missing her and stuff, but it does seem weird to me that Rachel didn't comfort the family like Sheila did. I'm wondering if Sheila really did cover this all up for Rachel and did it for Rachel because Rachel was her girlfriend, so to speak. And the really, really big thing that I'm hearing, the really, really, really big information that I'm hearing is that in evidence they have a video or pictures. I'm not sure which, but I know that this is definitely in evidence somewhere, that Rachel and Sheila were making a sex tape. They have evidence that they were really in a lesbian relationship together for 100% sure. And Skylar was the one who videotaped or took the pictures of. She's the one who had everything. And now they're saying that Rachel and Sheila were afraid that she would blackmail them with it. That they got rid of her because they were afraid that she could show it to someone. And since Rachel comes from a religious family and Sheila came from Blacksville, both not approving of a lesbian gay relationship, they were the ones who wanted rid of it. And I figure Skylar wanted to be a part of it because she would be the one left out. She was the only uncool one in the group. So I would figure Rachel or Skylar would have maybe made a threat to them that if they didn't hang out with her, didn't include her, she was going to show it to everyone, and that's why they got rid of her. But as far as I know, that's, you know, I know for sure they have something, video or pictures and evidence. But I'm guessing that's really what they're saying was the reason behind it. But as for Sheila's part in it, I have no fucking idea anymore. And so I do know there's some kind of evidence against them, some kind of sex tape or something going on there. So that's about all I know for now. But and as for keeping my name hidden, I just hope, you know, after everything's said and done, that you won't have to reveal your sources, because I mean, it's not going to matter when it's all said and done anyways, but I just want the trial to be done and stuff before I ever come out as anything. I don't want to go to trial and have to say that I gave out information that was supposed to be part of an investigation. That's all I'm worried about. So, yep. So as for the picture you sent me as a 5 weeks pregnant, I don't know what that's about. I was even asked what that's about, and I don't know if it's like a joke, if it's like to throw people off. I really have no idea. If maybe that was a rumor in school that she had heard about herself and was making a joke about it, because they actually did that with the lesbian comments they were getting in high school. They would make jokes about it online and stuff to throw people off, I guess. I guess it worked until now. But as for staying anonymous, I really kind of have to. If I don't, then it would totally give away that I've been the one informing you. You know what I mean? And I'm not doing it for Dake in any way. It's more for my family. Sheila not saying anything in court. She has no remorse. I don't believe she regrets what she did. She's sad because she got caught. She's sad because she is in jail forever. I mean, who wouldn't be sad over that? But she has no conscience at all. There's no guilty feelings there. I feel like the only reason she regrets it is because of where she is now. And I still believe that Rachel had more. It wouldn't have happened if Rachel had never came into the picture. Sheila and Skylar were friends for how long? And nothing was ever wrong. And a year and a half into their friendship with Rachel, and Skylar gets murdered? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? That's just insane. It doesn't even make sense. It was just Rachel, I think, was jealous of Skylar and Sheila's friendship, and there's obviously something wrong with Sheila too. I will never say that now. that she had no part in it. She obviously is not innocent, and there's obviously something wrong with her. There's obviously some kind of mental disorder going on there. I don't know. Something snapped. And I think maybe Sheila wouldn't have snapped had Rachel not convinced her or whatever, or brought her to that point. I mean, maybe Sheila was crazier than Rachel. She just hid it better. I don't know. I don't know. It's all so sickening. It's really, really, really fucking sickening. But maybe the whole no comment in court also is because of Benninger, the lawyer. He might have something to do with that, because he was the one who kept him quiet this whole time until Sheila was charged or sentenced. And he actually made that statement on the video, that he was the reason they were to stay quiet, and it was out of no disrespect for the Neese family, for Skylar and all that. And he will be legally representing them in all the next trials that Sheila will have to go to for her parole and all that, which, yeah, Rachel has to get the better deal out of it because she spoke up. So that probably means they can't, if they give you 40 years, they usually tell you about half the time you can get parole, if that makes sense. So like if she got 40 years, it would be 20 years you're eligible for parole. So they're basically going to have to give her 20. And then probably 5 or 10 years parole. She'll be eligible. And the only reason that Sheila got mercy and 15 years eligible parole is because of, I think it was Miller versus Alabama, and that is where it is unlawful to sentence a juvenile to life in prison without mercy. And I guess with mercy, they just automatically start at 15 years. So let's just hope to God that like, I feel like that happens with a lot of murderers. They you're eligible for parole in 15, 20 years, whatever. And when you go, they say, no, don't think so. So you're going back, and then you get sentenced another however many years, and then you're eligible for parole in whatever, 5, 10, 15, whatever. But this is just going to be a wait and see now. And as for the evidence, they say you can go to, I'm guessing, the Mon County Courthouse, and they have public record of the trial and the evidence and everything. I don't know. That was in a blog I read, but I don't know. Okay, it's taken me long enough to finally answer this. I just listened to your voice notes. As for family wanting her out, pretty sure everybody could give two shits less about her. Alexis is possibly the hardest book to read ever. I'm no longer, I was on her Instagram, and now I'm not, so I kind of figured she posted something to do with Sheila. But I'm still on her Twitter, and her and Shania are friends, which I find very, very, very fucking weird. Mainly because Shania has been so outspoken against Sheila, and Alexis has been so quiet. But she did post one thing to Twitter. Shit, I don't even know how long ago that was. And it said something about, like, oh shit, that would have to be a while ago. She said something about wish we were going to prom like last year or something weird like that. And that was when she went to prom with that Raven and Sheila. And I kind of just brushed it off, thinking she meant, I wish I could go back to last year. I mean, that's kind of normal. I do too. We all wish we could go back to when things were different, but I don't know exactly how to take her. It just doesn't, she doesn't make any kind of sense to me at all. I was informed that my name will be in the book due to the fact that I don't want to say a part in it, but I mean, I was friends with Sheila, and I went to grand jury over the shit, so it's really, really impossible for me to weasel out of it. The officers know my name. They came and interviewed Sheila while I was there, which that was right at the beginning. So it was just the beginning story Sheila gave. It really wasn't anything at all. But I guess that Mackenzie that Rachel was dating, he, I guess, has been very, very, very outraged that his name will be in the book. I guess Mackenzie feels he's associated with a murder, like he doesn't want people to think he knew or something, which I can't really blame him for that. As for me wanting Sheila out, if Sheila was the person I knew, sure. But Sheila's an entirely different person with an entirely different name to her now. I think it's best that she stays in. I mean, I hate to think that she would have to spend her whole entire life in prison. What kind of life is that? I would personally rather just die than have to do something like that. But she made an adult choice, so she has to pay the adult consequences. That's just end of story. If I committed a murder, I would expect the same kind of punishment. That's just, I mean, you don't go unpunished for murder. In 15 years, I actually have a friend who's a Marion County deputy, which, it happened in Mon County. Marion County is a connecting county in West Virginia. And he told me that it's very likely, and it happens very often, where murderers do get out in their earliest parole, depending on how they do in prison, depending on how they do, with learning and behavior and just everything, because I guess they get to go to school. But this new place that Sheila went to is not going to be good for her. She is going to regret every day of her life. Apparently, this facility is a single-cell facility, meaning she will be by herself in a cell, and she will be in that cell for at least close to 20 hours out of the day. The only time she will be out of the facility, like out of her single cell, is for lunch and probably recreational time, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and recreational time. And other than that, she will be by herself. They are also talking about putting Rachel in the same facility, which I thought was fucking insane. But, I guess because the girls won't see each other but 4 hours out of the day, what's it gonna hurt, You just sit at separate tables to eat, and you'd never see each other. But, no, the rumor was that I was the one feeding you information, on your website and shit, and Shania played a huge part in that. Honestly, if you want to know where I think it came from, was still in Conaway, to begin with. Because, of course, Shania and them still all hang out. They're all just best fucking friends. Who knows? But, no one told on the girls. They discovered the tape was Sheila's car, and then they discovered they were lying, and then the pressure, I guess, got to Rachel and she cracked. I don't know. But she also thought she got immunity. Like I said, the immunity offer was still on the table, so she took it and found out that there is no immunity for murder. So, hey! Awesome. But, no, Shania didn't like Sheila or Skylar depending on who was around. If Skylar was around, she didn't like whoever Skylar didn't like. And when Sheila was around, she didn't like whoever Sheila didn't like. So it was mostly, though, because I hung out with Shania very, very few times, just me and her, and she would talk shit on both Sheila and Skylar, saying how Sheila's so weird, and Sheila's so this, and Sheila's so that. And Skylar, I hate Skylar. She's so annoying. She gets on my nerves. She's such a little kid. She's immature. Blah, 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 blah. Now, of course, that all this has happened, and she would talk so good in front of Sheila and say how she loves Sheila and they were best friends. And, oh, picture of me and my BFF. Whatever. But anyways, once this all happened, she was a Sheila hater for life and a Skylar lover forever. I mean, it was just horseshit. She turned on whoever brought her the attention, basically, and she was Skylar's best friend, so that she can be, that's her crutch, that's her way of saying, oh, I'm so heartbroken, I lost my best friend, give me attention, that I don't fucking deserve. She's such an annoying bitch. I can't describe my hate for Shania. It's a whole nother level. And she made it a point to go to all the court hearings too, like she was in such support of Skylar and la-di-da-di-da, whatever. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Let Shania say what she wants. I don't give a goddamn. She's just like Asshat. She is a worthless piece of shit, and she will never amount to anything, and I really hope the best for her, because it won't happen. The Newsball article, it really did affect a lot of lives. The article actually got to my work, and I had my boss question me about what my part was in Skylar's disappearance, and how far I was being investigated and what I had to do with the night she went missing and stuff like that. It really, 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 really started affecting people's lives. And Asshat actually harassed me recently and said that I was the one. He said, Cole gave you up as his informant, and I said, I don't know what you mean, and he said the screenshot from the conversation he had with me on Twitter was obviously from me. I just told him that I tried to use it to threaten you and scare you away from trying to do an interview, whatever, just whatever the fuck I had to say to get Asshat off my case. As for him just adding me, it was so crazy. I had just voice noted you and sent it to you and looked, and my Facebook had a notification. God damn, my throat's awful. And I had a notification from Facebook. And I clicked on it, and I'll be goddamned, it said Scott Benzel. Of course, he doesn't think I know who he is. So I just added it. And didn't say another word about it, but my Facebook and everything is private, so I don't know what he has in store with that, but I don't really care either, because he's worthless to me, and I don't know anything about the article you're going to do. The only thing I know is his name, and that he's a to-be lawyer or whatever, so he can squeeze me for what he wants, because he ain't going to get nothing. During the whole investigation thing, Tara actually read every single comment that anybody put about anything that involved the case, and during all of it, she followed you, she followed every other website ever mentioning her name, her face, anything about her, and she, of course, turned it all into her lawyer, but she has been aware of everything. And as for Asshat, I don't give two shits about Asshat. He can go on with his life, and he should have, if he's going to be a lawyer, he should have been smart enough to know not to stick his nose in other people's business. He had no part in any of this story. He had no part in any fucking thing that was going on. Anything at all. So why he chose to butt in and make comments about people and what was going on, I don't know, but I guess you get what's coming to you, right? I don't know. We'll be interested to see his article, though. Sure, that'll be pretty entertaining. This information being passed along should play a factor into Sheila's charges, saying that she shouldn't get the charges she had, but the lawyer said, no, sorry, that doesn't matter, so she just was looking for any way out, pretty sure. Shania Ammons played a huge part in all of this. The whole Clay Battelle thing, since she's still going there, and, you know, she's just a little whiny cunt. Which, by the way, she fed lies to the book people to get a good story about how she was. And I read the characters in the book. She is the best friend. The bestest friend ever of Sheila and Skylar, even though she hated both of them when they weren't fucking around. Awesome. But anyways, whatever. Don't care. So when the Newsball article came out, it totally fucked the Eddy family completely. Sheila's lawyer was just going apeshit. Called in Sheila's mom to find out who was feeding this information to the Newsball website. And Sheila's mom, Tara, then started lashing out at everyone. She was freaking out on CRISSY. She called out Alexis. She called out their family and every family member they had, trying to blame people, besides her own daughter, of course, and how Tara thought Newsball articles would get Sheila out of jail because it wasn't fair and it was affecting the case before it happened, giving out information. Of course, she was just feeding whatever kind of bullshit you can ever imagine. She was just trying anything she could to blame anyone else but her daughter. She was basically doing the same thing Sheila was. Sheila was trying to put it on this person and blame this guy and blame that girl and fuck everybody else as long as it keeps me out of trouble. And Tara was basically just trying to blame everyone because her daughter was such a fuck up